Okay, we're back. Look. Lower the bit rate on Twitch too. Happens.
You know, Luke Donald once made all 400 plus attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour.
This is important. Big par putt here.
He's currently tied for 13th. The second hole at TPC Scottsdale is a mid-range par 4, playing 442 yards from the tips. The bunkers on the right side need to be avoided, which leaves a good mid to short iron approach to a green that is bunkered front, left and right, so a good accurate approach required. That's the kind of strike that's going to make them come back every day of the week. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
This is looking
I don't know what else I
around
can do unless I can't do the
115 yards out.
Opting for the 9-iron. This one is right down the pipe. Ooh, just skinned the hole, that one.
Almost put that
Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Yeah, he's staring down about 12 feet.
That was a gallant attempt. Putting for a par here. Well, it was a wonderful approach shot, wasn't it? But unfortunately having to settle for par. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Oh, get in. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard.
bit rate thing. Okay.
The Englishman Justin Rose currently leading this tournament, playing nicely on top. The third here at Scottsdale plays over 550 yards from the tips. It's a strong par 5, which requires 2 big shots to get to the green. The first shot needs to avoid that bunker on the left-hand side to give you a chance to go for the green. But if you're laying up, it's laying it back to a number between those 2 bunkers that sit on the left side of this fairway, around 150 to 100 yards out.
Not a very good first
That's
shot.
a tad disappointing, isn't it?
Not too sure what they were trying to do with that swing.
Well, this is not a good outcome. Buried in the deep stuff. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Didn't quite strike that as cleanly as they would have hoped.
When you come out of the rough, your distance control gets off.
Let's
Wow,
go.
from a dodgy lie ridge. How special was that?
Nice chip in.
Make a big move. Well, I think that warrants another look. Let's see that again.
This one was a great chip in. I could watch this all day.
Currently 1 under for the day. The par 3 fourth at TPC Scottsdale. Fairly straightaway hole, but bunkers again. Front, left and short right requires a pretty accurate and solid strike.
Bit fast. Croft. We're on the green.
Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance.
This putt for a spot in the top 5.
This has eyes for the hole.
Oh, it's actually in.
What an excellent time to make a big putt like
Thought I
that.
was gonna miss
And
that
you
putt.
bet their rival knows just what happened. And now over to Tony Finau.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. The 5th hole at TPC Scottsdale's a strong par 4, playing 470 yards from the back tees. There's a big bunker down the right-hand side that will catch any drive not hit with authority. The approach must be accurate with the bunker on the left-hand side. Anything just slightly missed here will be punished.
Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
And from around 135 yards,
Not bad.
That's
Take
right
it.
out of the copybooks. Exquisite. 11 feet to the cup.
little birdie look in here.
What?
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it?
Bad putt.
And
Carlo.
that puddle drop. Well done.
Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
He's one stroke behind his rival in this event.
Ouch, that hurts.
Just missed.
And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard.
And as we check in on the leaderboard,
Tied
it's
for
John
third.
Rahm on top.
The 6th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a solid mid-range par 4, 432 off the back tees. Again, it's more position off the tee that's required here with the bunkers on the left-hand side. A bold player is to fly it over that bunker on the left and leave just a short wedge in. Bold players will get after this hole, but a safe strategy lays back before them. A nice approach shot there, pin high inside the range.
Already had a few birdies today. Another opportunity for another one. Let's take a look.
Oh no, I had 200.
The old hammer hands putt.
A par putt awaits.
Good
Well
cart.
holed. Trailing by a few shots after that hole. The 7th here at Scottsdale is a par 3, a straightaway hole, but bunkers left and right of this green ensure that a nice straight shot is required. Opting for the 5-wood. Hoping for a bounce here, preferably to the left.
Take that shot.
Yeah, a quality shot from him. He'll be pleased.
And a chance to move into a tie for second here.
Rolling end over end. This
Birdie.
putt's looking great.
Go.
Beautiful shot. And that will take him to 3 under.
Looking at the scoreboard, they currently sit in 2nd place, behind John Rahm.
The 8th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a very strong par 4, playing over 475 yards from the back tee. There's a couple of pot bunkers down the left-hand side that need to be avoided so you can get to the green in 2. If you're going
18.
hard here, there's a
Off the
tree on the
tee.
right-hand side that can prevent a good second
The
shot or a
rival.
line to the green. 2 well-struck shots required to get to this green, and even then, your par's not secure. And back to the course with the live action.
Lining up from around 160 yards. Just 2 shots behind.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. Got to admire that talent.
Not bad
Just
shot.
Green after green in regulation.
I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens and regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
And that's their 4th birdie. of
Another
the day.
birdie.
I
Minus
like it.
4.
2 in a row. He's feeling it.
is currently sitting in second. The finishing hole on the front nine at TPC Scottsdale was a par 4 measuring 453 yards from the back tees. There's plenty of room off the tee to the left just so you can avoid that bunker on the
Fast.
right. There's a bunker short of the green here that needs to be avoided, a short little pot bunker. But 2 solid shots here will allow a chance for a birdie. This shot coming from around the 150-yard marker.
And just 1 shot off the lead.
Clubbing up, smart. Got to control it though. Let's see.
That dog will
Got a
hunt.
bit of a putt here.
Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this.
I wasn't sure.
That'll be a good result. I
Well,
know
short.
it didn't go down, but it just a tap in awaits. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
That's a wonderfully played chip shot there.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
Okay, it's time to make the turn and a good time to reflect on the action so far, Rich.
Well, after 9, so far so good. It's great to see these 2 players stepping up, getting the best out of the games. It'll be interesting to see exactly who's going to be ahead at the end of the tournament.
Time for the second shot at the 10th. Choosing
That's
the
bad.
9-iron here.
That's a tad
That was
wayward.
too slow.
Not quite finding the surface.
And coming up well short.
And here we are with their 4th.
Just 1 shot back now.
Bogey putt coming up here.
Their short game has been very impressive. They've been really sharp today.
Okay, that's a bad hole for us.
That's a
Bogey.
bogey, but not a bad putt. So no change on the leaderboard for this
Tied
player
for
after
second.
that hole. The 11th is a par 4 playing 472 yards and a huge water hazard down the left-hand side. The best line is a drive as close
Slow
to that
down.
water without taking it on. Anything that leaves about 150 to 170 yards in will give you a chance to set up birdie.
Yeah, this one just swerving the green to the right-hand side.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Didn't that look
Ooh,
good
just
for
put
a
it by
long
the
time?
hole.
Lovely touch. Well played.
Judging it
Take
beautifully.
par though.
If he makes this, he'll save his par.
And now over to Tony Finau.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And after that effort, that's how it looks. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. The 12th at TPC Scottsdale is a par 3 measuring 192 yards off the back tees. Not much to this hole except the bunkers left to be avoided, although water can sneak in on the right up near the green if anything is slightly pushed.
Hey, we have a bit
Yeah,
of work
nicely
here, I
played.
think.
Setting up here with a very long putt.
Tough.
Oh, just missed.
Well, that's a bit disappointing.
This putt's about 4 feet from the hole.
And
Big
it's
par.
John Rahm in the lead.
The 13th is one of the good scoring holes in the closing 9 at TPC
Hole
Scottsdale. It's
13.
par 5 measuring 558 yards. Job 1 is to avoid that huge water hazard to the right or the tree on the left-hand side that juts out into the fairway. If you're clear, you'll have a chance to knock it up near towards the green or just laying it back to a comfortable yardage of around 100, 125 yards. A chance for a birdie here to really ignite your charge. Oh, this would be handy if it could bounce right. Well,
Hey,
this
we're
person
on the
displays
green.
the power game in pure fashion there.
Shot
I'll
at
tell
an
you what,
eagle
what
here.
a sensational play. This player stepped up their game. A bold play, hopefully a bold reward.
Ooh,
So close to the eagle.
And they'll tap this in for birdie.
big birdie.
Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
And from the bunker here, looking for an up and down. Oh,
Nice par
my,
putt.
How about that for a
Or
par?
par chip, sorry,
And look
par
out,
chip.
guys. This rivalry looks like it's going to get pretty interesting today as he's making up some ground on his playing partner.
The 14th is a strong par 4, almost measuring 500 yards from the back tees. The bunker that sits in the fairway should be covered. Anything around 190 to 200 yards out.
Not a
will
good
give you
shot.
Green light to go for this flag, although a 4 here never hurts.
The tempo there was exquisite.
Henny, what does that lie look like?
Oh, some smiles here. A bit of luck in the second cut. It's sitting nicely.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron.
Apparently that was slow.
That's not the shot they're after.
Now from that lie, missing the green was always an option.
Yeah, good mid-range putt this one. Right on 17 feet.
This is what they have left for par.
Ooh, just went
That's
right by.
frustrating. Just 3 feet to the cup. Trailing by
Big
a couple
bogey.
of strokes now. The 15th is a very important hole, the par 5, 553 yards from the back tees. Either makes or breaks around here at TPC Scottsdale. That
Perfect
huge
tee
penalty
shot.
area to the left is to be avoided if you're to make a decent score. A good drive will allow you to go for this island green in 2. Although if you're too far back, no point taking it on as there's water everywhere to collect your ball. Laying up to the 115, 20-yard marker will give you just an easy wedge here and a chance to still make your birdie. Should find the green here.
Roll back.
And not a bad approach. He'll be
Back.
putting.
And this putt to
Go
move
for
into
eagle
first
again.
place.
Get the fist pump ready.
Let's
This
go!
looks like
We
it's
got
going
it.
in.
Eagle.
What a big putt to
Minus
make that one.
5.
And right to the top of the leaderboard after that effort.
And after that hole, they currently lead in first place with John Rahm in
We're in
second.
lead.
Gotta like it.
Through
Moving
15.
up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
Welcome to the jungle, or as they call it here at TPC Scottsdale, the Stadium Hole Par 3 16th. It's just a short club. You miss the green, and a chorus of boos will ring out.
And he's hit that inside
On the green,
range.
but
Outside chance for birdie here, Luke.
gonna take a nice putt
And
here.
here we are with the third shot. Let's get back to it, shall we?
Or at least par.
Good chance to move to 6 under par here. Oh, so close. Big putt for par coming up.
Big par.
Now leading by 1 shot. This dramatic finish at TPC Scottsdale has no shortage of options at the 17th, Rich.
If you've hit the driver but you miss the green, you gotta miss it out to the right-hand side to have any hope of getting it up and down for the birdie. However, you knock it on this green in 1, you never know, you could make it 2.
Hey, we're on the
Wow,
green.
What a shot off the tee. That set up a putt for eagle.
Absolutely sets himself up for an eagle on this hole.
Okay, time to return to the action.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Careful not to leave this one short. It's back uphill and nothing worse than leaving
I'm
an
just gonna try to
uphill
put
putt
this
short.
thing close. It's in.
That will
Another
drop,
eagle.
and he will
Let's
extend the
go.
lead.
And that will take him to 7 under.
That's a beautiful putt.
Oh, what a shot that was. Why don't we revisit the magic?
I could watch this one all day. Who would have thought that would go in?
And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that.
Got a 3-shot lead now.
The finishing hole at TPC Scottsdale requires a great drive. The big water hazard down the left-hand side and the church pew bunkers make it a very difficult drive. Anything out to those bunkers on the right will leave a good angle approach. But once you hit this shot, make sure you get the right area on the green if you're to make your birdie. And this shot here coming up from around 130 yards.
Currently leading by 3.
Going with the 8-iron here.
Oh, that's bad.
That's
bad
not what
hole.
they were looking for.
Oh, a little shorty Baker on that action there.
He has this putt to save his par.
Can we get the par, or we gotta go for bogey?
And that's going to come up short.
This is,
Okay.
I can't believe what I just saw there. It seems
The end
surreal.
round 1
This is crazy.
with a 2-shot lead.
So there you have it. In the house, in top spot after the opening
We gotta
round.
remember, play
Everyone
this
likes to
well
get off to a fast
throughout.
start, and they certainly have.
And they better not be looking back.
Normally we have one good round and then we fall
who's
apart.
chasing them down. In saying that, though, they're on top.
Can't
of the
have that. Right. Get into round number 2.
UK Sports and the PGA Tour are
So we
delighted
don't
to
really
bring
have
you
much
the
win
seasonal
again
race
today.
for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Waste Management Phoenix Open. Today's
Start
coverage
off with
is
a
about to
really
begin.
bad
Pleased you could join us for this
tee shot.
second round action. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam, and this player starts their round in the lead. How should they approach today?
Yeah, it's right now the game plan is working, but they still have to go out there and play off the front foot, play on offense, and not worry about who's chasing them.
This is an exciting one,
recovery.
Rich. Let's get into the action. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
He's got to be careful this doesn't get away from him here. This is downhill.
Ooh, it lipped off
Just
the
go ahead
hole.
and tap that one in. So
We
it'll
get
be
par.
a par to start their round.
Nothing wrong with an opening part, just easing their way into this round.
This one looks to be headed
Right
towards
down
the
the middle.
fairway.
Take
Time
that.
for the second shot here on the second hole. That was wonderfully done. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. They'll be disappointed
Just
with that
missed the
one. That was a
hole.
pushed putt. Okay, let's head to the next.
Need to knock those in.
And that moves them to -6 for the tournament. Let's see what happens here at the third hole.
And that's a nice strike. This one should find the fairway.
316. That little dip.
Well, that's a tremendous shot and sets up a wonderful opportunity.
Two big hits there, knocking in on this par 5 and 2.
It was on a good line.
A birdie putt awaits.
This looks good. That's
Got a
very
birdie, though.
impressive.
Oh, that settles
Take
the
it.
nerves right there. Great stuff.
And now over to Tony Finau.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And that fine play ensures
They got a
they hold top
3-shot
spot on the
lead.
leaderboard. with Jon Rahm trailing in second place.
Let's see what happens here on the 4th. Going with the 6-iron here.
Oh,
But be careful out there. It's danger. It's heading left, isn't it?
Oh dear. Can he get out of here?
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the sand.
oh, that's bad.
Well, Rich, from where I'm sitting, this looks makeable. Do you agree?
Luke, I just don't see this happening. I tell you, I'd love to see this player prove me wrong, though.
Yeah,
I just proved you
nicely
wrong.
held.
Get
That's
out
a
of
good
here.
Fight back.
Yeah, in the bunker.
Get your
off the
shitty
tee,
commentary
great
out of here.
recovery.
And it's worth taking another look at that one.
Yeah, let's see this again. Have this one on repeat.
Our current leader is up by 3 shots. Here we find ourselves on the tee of a par 4. Now this one looks to be heading down the runway.
Hey, 3.
The great Severano Ballesteros inspired an entire generation of European golfers, particularly his own Spanish golfers, and I feel that we might even have the best Spanish golfer of all time in Jon Rahm.
Oh, we're
Rich.
very slow, apparently.
I absolutely agree with that. I believe in the game right now, Luke, that if there's one player that all others are fearful of when they get on top of the leaderboard, I think Jon Rahm's name would be number 1, because he seemingly has 0 weaknesses.
Nice
I can't
recovery.
find a single one.
Hopefully we
I
can
look
hit
at
this
his game,
par.
and it is so complete. You just get envious of it, don't you? Because it is so good everywhere. Off the tee, iron play, the short game, the mentality, the
Or
vision,
bogey.
the imagination. He's
Not
got
ideal.
every single tool that you could possibly want in this game. He is by far, I believe, the most complete player in our game today.
Yeah, it certainly feels like we're in the Jon Rahm era right
2-shot
now.
lead.
Yeah, I can understand you'd be disappointed by the bogey, but here's an opportunity to bounce back.
Don't get
Where
the
did that
slow
come from?
crap.
That's not his style. Henny, what's the player facing here?
Yep, I've paced this. He's got around 195.
Seemed to lose the handle on that shot.
Coming up a little short with that effort. Not bad, though.
Certainly makes putting easy if you can chip it that close.
You better believe it is great stuff
Okay,
to
safe par.
watch.
And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. We find ourselves on a par 3 here. Looks like they've got the 5-wood.
What is up with
Oh,
these
that should
slow
find the bunker.
shots all of a sudden?
Sitting at 6 under.
Outright first here.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
He'll be happy to hold this. 21 foot. This is huge for momentum. Gotta try and hold this. This for par.
Another bogey.
Oh, that's too bad.
Well, the leader giving a little hope for the rest of the field there as they put down a bogey on the scorecard.
Getting ready to play their 3rd.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard.
Leading by a shot after that hole.
Down to a 1-shot lead.
Let's see what happens here at the 8th.
That's really not what we were looking for.
And here we are with the 3rd shot.
He leads the field by a stroke.
And he needs this
Why?
to save par.
Why does this always happen?
Okay, steady now. 4 feet to the cup.
This is a must-make, guys. They've got this for bogey.
And after a quick glimpse at the scoreboard, they're in second, behind Jon Rahm. Could roll into the rough on this one.
The great Severano Ballesteros inspired an entire generation of European golfers, particularly his own Spanish golfers, and I feel that we might even have the best Spanish golfer of all time in John Rahm, Rich.
I absolutely agree with that. I believe in the game right now, Luke, that if there's one player that all others are fearful of when they get on top of the leaderboard, I think John Rahm's name would be number one, because he seemingly has zero weaknesses.
Birdie.
I can't find a single one. I look at his game, and it is so complete, you just get envious of it, don't you? Because it is so good everywhere. Off the tee, iron play, the short game, the mentality, the vision, the imagination. He's got every single tool that you could possibly want in this game. He is by far, I believe, the most complete player in our game today.
Yeah, it certainly feels like we're in the John Rahm era right now. Nicely done. Second shot here on the 10th hole. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Well, that's well played.
Not
It
bad.
sets up a good birdie look here at the 10th.
I'll take
And
it.
as good as they putt, you almost have to guarantee this one.
This putt coming up is for birdie. Ooh. And that should secure the par on this one. As we move along to the
good.
next hole, they're
These
currently
are the
top of
holes
top
that
of the
those
leaderboard with
mistakes
John
can't
Rahm.
happen. And it's slow.
That's a little untidy. Henny, how's that ball lying?
You can get great connection on this one. The rough's not going to cause any trouble. It's sitting good.
Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
Now, this is an extremely long putt. You might even have to hinge on this one.
What in?
That was a gallant attempt. 3 feet to go here to the hole.
Take it.
That's a clutch par. Currently at -5 now for the event. Let's see what happens here at the 12th. Opting for the 5-iron.
And
Nice
if
shot.
they didn't have their rival Tony Finau's attention before, they certainly do now. What an approach shot.
Birdie.
Well done.
Let's
Take the
go.
birdie. And that will move him to 6 under par. And after that hole, he's no longer sharing top spot. He's at the summit all alone. That's heading for the fairway.
Okay.
Time for the second shot here at the 13th. Opting for the 3-wood. This one
Crush
needs
that
to kick left.
What you think?
Left yourself an opportunity.
Got a shot at an
So
eagle.
exciting to have an eagle putt here.
Nope. Oh,
Just didn't drop. Just a 4-footer remaining.
Looking for another birdie here.
birdie though.
Still in the lead
I'll
now
take it.
after that hole. Time to step on your tee shot here at this long par 4. Wonderfully played. Sitting at 7 under, currently leading. Opting for the 6-iron. Unable to find the green on this one. Getting ready to play their third. He's got a 2-stroke buffer. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? An opportunity to make a par here.
I'll take it.
We'll take that. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Teeing off here at the 15th hole. That's a touch of the Freddie Couples rhythm right there.
Playing from around 240 yards.
All right, we're going with an extra club here.
That's like dead for the hole, no? Ooh,
Outstanding shot. High quality.
I'll take that.
There's part of about 6 feet coming up.
A chance to get 2 back on the course here. This one for eagle.
There's an eagle.
Well, that'll play.
-9.
Currently in first position. Here we have it. Trying to feed off the eagle and build on that momentum here. Opting for the 9-iron.
We went fast. Went too fast.
It was never really a comfortable shot for them, was it? Sitting at 9 under par. Currently in the lead.
Oh. We're in trouble here.
The players left with an opportunity to get up and down here from the sand.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Firm back up the hill. This will be a good one.
Ooh, just missed that one.
Well, a disappointing
Double
double
bogey
for our leader there.
There goes that
That's
eagle right
provided
out the
some
window.
Wonderful opportunities for the chase pack.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard.
And after that hole, they currently lead in first
Double
place
one-shot
with John
lead.
Rahm in second.
Here we are at the 17th tee.
If you're going to take out a driver, be mindful. The fairway does canter from right to left, so the golf ball could kick in that water hazard. Bailing out to the right, there's no shame in that. You always have an opportunity to get it up and down for the birdie.
Wow, Rich, that's impressive.
Oh, loving seeing that aggressive
Okay,
play
let's see
there,
if we can
Luke.
do this
Great
again.
drive.
Not this time.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there. This one's for birdie. And
Big birdie,
racking up
though.
their 5th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 8 under.
Right, 8 under for the tournament.
And now
Round number
over
2.
to Tony Finau.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Now 2 shots up after that one. All right, 1 more hole to go. The 18th. Well, there's no doubt they'd have some positive vibes coming off that birdie. Let's see if they can keep it rolling.
Passes. Be
That was a little
water.
untidy, wasn't it? Straight into the water. And here we are with the 3rd shot.
Currently leading by 2.
This one is heading to a really not so good space.
Oh, better than
Setting
the
up in
water.
the first cut.
That lie was just nasty. That's the best they could do from there.
Well, that's very crafty, isn't it?
Love watching
Double
this player
bogey.
around the greens.
And that will do it for this player today. So, Rich, they
Tied
look
for the
like being through
lead.
the front 9 in that round, but fortunately looked like you were coming home.
Luke, I don't think you could have said it any better.
On behalf of Rich Beam, Henny Kuyak, John McCann.
Okay, round 3. We were -6 even. Hopefully we can have a better round this time.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour,
Hey, we
is
have
proud
no
to bring
wind
you
again
the
today.
season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Waste Management Phoenix Open
That's fast.
is
That's
about to kick off.
will be.
Pleased you could join us for this third round action. I'm Luke Elvey, here alongside Rich Beam. And Rich, this next golfer starts their round. What do you think about their chances today?
Well, I think that the chances are pretty good. The good thing about having a small lead is you have an opportunity to make it a bigger lead. And you want to do that. You want to go ahead and start separating yourselves from the rest of the field if you can. But you can't do it all in one fell swoop. It's hole by hole.
Can't wait to find out what happens here. How close was that to going down? That's a
Pressure, I guess,
well-played
of
chip
being
shot
on
there.
top is
Just eyeballing that one,
Back to
trying to
haunt
make
me.
it.
Currently
Bogey.
5 under overall.
drop all the way to 5th.
Here we are at the second tee. In the bunker, off the tee. Got to make up for a mistake.
On the green.
Well played, mate. Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. Ooh, right by the hole. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
Take par.
Good job. Nice par.
Teeing
2
off
shots
here
back
at
of the
third
lead
hole.
now. That's slow.
That's a bit out of shape.
Henny, how's that ball line? It's tough to see from here.
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the first cut.
Can I club up?
Opting for the hybrid, I think. Getting ready to play their third. And a good look at birdie here.
This really looks good.
There we go. We got a birdie.
Well played. And he finds
Minus
himself
6.
in a tie for third.
Tied for 3rd.
Here we are at the 4th hole.
Nice birdie in the last hole for a change. First one of the day. They needed it desperately. Now, next hole, looking for more.
Well, usually Tony Finau is the tall order. But after that shot, I think beating it and getting inside
Back-to-back
it is the
birdies.
new tall order. What an approach.
John, do you have any info down there?
Well, I'm on the 15th hole. Tony Finau's just getting ready for his next shot.
This is their 5th shot. So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. Currently 7 under for the event. Now on the tee, fresh off a birdie, a great opportunity to build on that momentum.
Get out of the sand.
Well, I'm sure it looked better in their mind before they hit it. Second shot here on the 5th.
That did
And
not.
Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
Setting up here from about 150 yards.
Chosen the pitching wedge here.
Trying to get it to move a little bit to the left here.
And this is one of those lengthy putts. Good one just to get close.
This putt to try and save their par.
Get in. And just a little bit of
Okay,
clean-up work
bogey.
remaining on this hole. Unfortunately, moving down the leaderboard, that's not the direction to be heading. And on the tee now, coming off the bogey. Might have a bit of a sting in the tail, I'd imagine.
Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
This shot
from 120 yards. And only one off the pace here.
Oh.
Not a bad play, that one.
Slim chance for a birdie, but in all reality, 2-putt for par would be just fine.
Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hold.
Not turn as much as I was expecting.
6 feet remaining to the cup.
This for par.
Oh, we saved par.
Yeah, good putt.
That's fine.
Well hold.
John, talk to us. What do you got for us?
I'm over on the 17th now, guys. This is Tony Finau's next shot.
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage.
And we've arrived at a par 3.
Going with the hybrid. That's the common mistake, hitting it out to the left. This would be a great up and down from this spot.
Oh, frustrated with these.
This putt for par here.
Ouch, that hurts. It's just about 3 feet away.
Down she goes. Let's head to the next.
Okay, tied for 4.
Just
two shots back.
after that hole.
We've arrived at a par 4 hole.
Bit disappointing, that one.
And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 185 yards.
Looks to be going with the 6 iron. Good shot there.
Already made a few birdies today, and this is another good look.
Oh, just missed. This is a par putt. Well done.
Got par.
He currently shares 4th position. This has to be one of the more difficult holes in golf. The long par 4. And after that par, they're looking for something good here. No, that's not the shot they wanted.
Henny, do you have a better look at this lie?
Not the best tee shot, but they got lucky with this lie.
Well,
This shot here from about 240 yards. 2 strokes off the lead. Seems to have chosen the 3-wood.
Nothing good out on the right-hand side, Luke. This headed for trouble.
Putting for bogey.
got what I need.
It's on a great line. Yep, we'll take that.
That dropped.
He's
Got a
currently
double
sitting in
bogey.
5th place.
Back in 5th place.
Welcome to the tee of a par 4.
Tee shot is looking good here.
Sitting at -4. Currently in 5th.
Going with the pitching wedge here. Yeah, that one's looking good.
I'll take that.
A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here on the 10th. Just 4 feet remaining between him
Birdie.
and the hole. Always good to lead the bounce back category. That's a good stat.
Minus
And
5.
that will take him
Tied
to
for
5
4.
under.
Next up is a par 4. Always a stern test.
And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Setting up here from about 155.
Going with the 9-iron, I think.
This needs just a little work to the left-hand side.
Putting for birdie. It was on a good line. Good opportunity here to move into a tie for third.
That gets the job done.
And stepping up the standings after that effort.
Okay, we're tied for third place.
Teeing off here on the 12th hole. Oh, that's a sweet-looking swing, that one. That's inside the house of opportunity. Trying to get to 6 under now with this putt.
Oh, you know you want to.
Fair effort. Pretty good chance here.
So close.
Our leader is
Fourth
a
place.
couple of shots up at this stage. Teeing off here on the 13th hole. Playing this shot from about 230 yards out. 3 strokes off the lead.
Being slow.
Yeah, disappointing not to find the surface, Rich, but I like that play.
Didn't quite have the distance to get there, but left themselves in a good spot.
What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill.
Yeah, fair effort. Par putt coming up here.
Big par.
Now 3 strokes back after that hole.
God.
Time to face a par 4 now. Will this one hang on and find the fairway?
Oh, no.
Or is it headed towards the rough? Second shot here on the 14th.
Slow, slow.
And here we are with the third shot. Just 3 strokes back.
Very slow.
Playing their 4th shot. Just 3 back from the leader.
And now we get a perfect.
To a 9-foot chance here.
And that's... and I'm just going to blow the tournament.
And this next putt here is for a double bogey. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. Hopefully the double on the last will be out of their mind
Frustrating.
as they try and compose themselves for this next tee shot. Handy effort, that one. Well, I don't know about you, Rich, but I love this 15th hole at TPC at Scottsdale. Everyone's already focused on getting into the stadium hole. But this one here, wow, what a shot you got in front of you.
I'm laying up 8 days a week and hitting wedge in there close for my third, Luke. No chance I'm taking on this second shot.
Putting for eagle here.
What is going on with my...
That'll sting a bit.
Well, I think they fell in love with the line, forgot about the pace.
Lining up the birdie putt here. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Let's see what happens here at the 16th. And choosing the 8-iron here. See if he can get that one to come back to the left a little. Yeah, not a bad shot, that one.
Looking for back-to-back birdies here, Luke.
Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole.
This one for bogey.
Managing
Wow,
to
I'm
maintain
really
their
blowing
position on the leaderboard after that effort. Now at the 17th hole.
If you're going to take out a driver, be mindful. The fairway does canter from right to left, so the golf ball could kick in that water hazard. Bailing out to the right, there's no shame in that. You always have an opportunity to get it up and down for the birdie.
Oh, that was tidy. That should ensure the up and down.
Such soft
Big
hands.
birdie, though.
Now 5 strokes behind. That should
Away
find
from
the
it.
fairway.
And he's down there.
Yeah, he's got around 125 here.
Pretty good shot there.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
He's paced it, he's read it. It's time. Little 27-footer.
Well, that's a bit disappointing.
5 feet coming up to the cup. The putt drops, and this player is finished
go.
for the day. And as
That'll
this
be
round
4
winds
shots
down,
back.
he finishes in 4th place.
Same, Luke. Enjoyed the day. Looking forward to
Need a
tomorrow.
round and a half or have them fall
Well, that
apart.
just about concludes our coverage. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Helvey. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.
We're +2. Can't have that in next game, in next round here. Need to have a round like I did in the first round.
.2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
We're at the Waste Management Phoenix Open. Today's coverage is about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this final round action. I'm Luke Elvey, here alongside Rich Beam. And Rich, it's the final round in this one. What's our next player dealing with as they start their round?
Right now, Luke, this player is trailing heading into the final round. However, many things can happen. If the leader stumbles, this player's got a great opportunity to bypass, overtake, and win this tournament.
Oh, I'm fired up too, Rich. Let's see how this one plays out.
Always nice to have a birdie putt.
Okay, steady now. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. Solid par putt, that.
Hey, it's
Very
par to
nice
start.
par indeed. Very solid hole played.
Currently 4 under for the event. This hole is a par 4.
Could not be more perfect.
Second shot on the second.
Oh, the
that's
slow shit
disappointing.
is bothering
Bit
me like
short
crazy.
with that effort.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 23 feet from the cup. Trying to save par here.
Good bogey.
Oh, so close. No, that's too bad. It's just about 3 feet away.
You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one.
Currently at -3 for the event. This hole is a par 5. Playing from around 230 yards. Going with a 3-wood here.
Club up. I like this play.
Well, that's showcasing their power there, Rich.
Using the big muscles to get it home in 2 there.
Nope, it didn't get up over the hill. Damn.
Not sure if they understood the lie of the land there, Rich.
And not too sure what they were seeing there, but they didn't get it corrected. That
Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. Good stroke.
And 3
Let's
putting
take
for
a
par on
scenic
this
route
hole.
to the hole.
Is currently tied for 6th.
Got it
We have
though.
a par 3 on this one. Well,
Main
on
thing.
the tee now, coming off a par. Chance to pipe one up the middle. Going with the 6-iron here. Keep your fingers crossed for a bounce to the right.
He's found the surface. Good chance here.
I don't
Let's
care
go to our
what my
man John on the
rival's
ground.
doing.
There's something brewing down there. Let's find out what it is.
Well, I'm over on the
Too far
16th hole.
behind.
This is Tony Finau's next shot.
Well, good chance to take it even deeper here. This putt's for 4 under.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it?
The putt
Okay,
drops.
it's down for
And
par.
we're moving on. The leader now has a
And
one-stroke
we're
advantage.
6 shots back in the lead.
It's time to step on the tee here at the 5th. Great shot. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Yeah, I think he's got around 135.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge.
Oh, what a lovely shot. He'll be delighted to be inside the range there.
slim chance here for birdie, but you never know.
A chance to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard. A good putt to make.
That was a gallant attempt. And this putt coming up for his par. Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. We've arrived at a par 4.
That's a nice looking tee shot, that one.
And what's in front of them there, Henny?
He's setting up here from about 115 yards.
Choosing the 9-iron here.
Uh-oh, this one's out, heading towards the rough.
Steps up to a putt of about 15 feet in distance. A well hold, he'll take the birdie.
Got
And
it.
he'll take that also into the top 5 now. Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. Teeing off here at the 7th. Going with the 5-wood. Well, they'd love a little bounce to the right here. That should set up another chance.
Birdie at the last. This for another.
This one's looking good.
And
Let's
down it
go.
goes. So that's back-to-back birdies.
Back-to-back
And
birdies.
with that, he'll move to 5 under par. Our current leader is up by 3 shots. Looking to ride the momentum after coming off a birdie here with this shot. Playing from around 160 yards. Opting for the 9-iron. They get a little ground draw here.
On the green.
Yep, that shot safely on the green. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard.
A little too hard. Well, actually, no.
Come on, ball. Come
Ooh.
Shame it didn't drop.
Take the par putt.
And well hold. Let's move on. He
5
finds
shots
himself
back.
Currently in 4th. Here we find ourselves on the tee of a long par 4. Good looking shot this. currently -5. Currently in 4th place. Woo, back there, horsey. And he's safely on the green.
Already had a few birdies today. This for another.
That's frustrating. Just 3 feet to go to the hole. Don't miss this. They can be costly.
Take it.
And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole.
Next up is this 2-shot hole.
Oh, I could watch that swing all day. That's beautiful. And this shot from about 150 yards out.
Going with the 9-iron, I think.
This one looks to be on a pretty good line.
Well, I'll take that all day. Let's go. That's a nice shot.
Pay attention, folks. That's how you play golf.
Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole.
And that will take him to 6 under. And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. Time to face a par 4. Wow, that was just striped. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Setting up here from about 145 yards.
Choosing the 9-iron here.
This one heading towards the green.
A wonderful shot. A chance for birdie here on the 11th.
And he's down there. You got a read?
Has to put this one downhill.
Nice one. 4th birdie of the day.
Back-to-back
Another
birdies,
birdie.
moving in the right direction there, Luke.
Currently at 7 under for the tournament. Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh.
This one's headed right.
And that was a bit of a misfire.
Lots of greens in regulation today for this player, Luke. This is a surprise, missing this one.
Oh, I like the look of that shot there, Beamer.
Great touch.
Okay, we'll take it.
Trailing by 4 strokes. This hole is a par 5. Oh my, where's this one going, Kenny?
Trouble.
You know, I think they should just start getting their ball finder out
That
now.
is definitely
This
now
one's
the
deep
turn.
in the water.
We ever even had a shot.
Getting ready to play their 3rd. Currently 4 shots off the pace. Quality shot, that one.
Yeah, like a miracle.
Time now for
shot
the
here.
4th shot. 4 strokes off the lead. Opting for the 3-wood. This is from miles away.
This is what they have left for a par.
Ooh, had the distance.
That'll
I just
sting a
had to
bit.
keep going a little more and a
4
little.
feet to the cup.
Yeah, this is looking nice.
Boom.
He's currently tied for 4th.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
That reminded me of the Big Easy. Silky smooth. Sitting at -6. Tied for 4th. Going with the 7.
Not good.
That's a shame. Just leaking left, that one. And here we are with the 3rd shot. 5 shots off the pace. Let's see if you can make this. Keep the par on the card. It's tracking. Just didn't drop. And this one will be for bogey. Yeah, that's hold, but they seem to be losing a bit of their momentum.
They're making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not
place.
good.
Let's see what happens here on the 15th. Yeah, this is a quality looking shot, this one. That should find the short stuff. This shot coming from around 220 yards. Opting for the 5-wood.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
This putt to get to 7 under the card. Ooh. You know, Luke Donald once made all 400 plus attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour. Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. Stepping up to the 16th tee now. Needs to make a move soon. All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. Yes! Hold it!
Let's go.
Done. Great chip.
Oh, I'd like to have one more look at that shot.
Yeah, this was a gift. Wasn't expecting this.
And now -7 for the event.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Time to take a look at what this par 4 might be in order.
If you're going to take out a driver, be mindful. The fairway does canter from right to left, so the golf ball could kick in that water hazard. Bailing out to the right, there's no shame in that. You always have an opportunity to get it up and down for the birdie.
A big opportunity with an eagle putt.
Never hit that hard enough.
Lovely moment here. Good opportunity to move into a tie for 3rd.
And only 1 hole to go in this event, Luke.
In.
That's a big time putt, that one. And their rival knows it too. They heard the cheers.
Nicely played. Moving on up the leaderboard now after that hole.
Right for
And coming off the birdie, they'll be proud of themselves. A chance to keep it rolling. This looks to be heading for the cut stuff. Well, I like the way this person's playing. Birdies all over that scorecard.
Yes, the only thing that could ruin it now is a triple bogey.
Chosen the pitching wedge here.
Not.
Give yourself a pat on the back.
Yep.
That's been an impressive display today. This for a 66. This one has eyes for the hole. Well, this player will now wait.
Ends off with a birdie. Ends at -9.
Tied for first.
Still lots of players out there.
And that will give
can
us
change the
a
outcome of this tournament. We're just gonna have to wait and see.
Well, there you have it, Henny. This player was unable to take them
Third
down before,
place
but now they've finally done
finish.
it. They've won this rivalry.
Back
Indeed they
of
have,
the
Luke.
lead.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. They took that saying to heart and they came out on top.
We had 3 eagles, 23 birdies, but we did have 14 bogeys and 3 doubles.
Thanks for joining us. See you next time.
That hurt. It's I jumped in Discord for find Bridgestone. Get tailor-made ball. Callaway clubs. Okay. Just gonna go here for now. Gonna exit here for a second. Why can't I find it? Can't find it. Weird. Anyway, we'll go back to go back and play my career. Okay, we're up to 722 now after that finish. Yeah, FedEx Cup standings. Okay, so we're gonna play the Genesis Invitation.
VOD Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Genesis Invitational. Today's coverage is just about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this first round action.
Let's go.
I'm Luke Elvey
Oh,
alongside
we did drop
Major
some
Champion
frames at
Rich
some
Beam in the
point.
booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henning
140
Koyak,
to be
who's out on the
exact.
course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm glad to be here covering this week's featured group, and what a pairing, as these two have been hinting at quite a budding rivalry here.
Well, Henny, it sounds like this player's going for gold. They're trying to beat Xander Schauffele.
I wouldn't want to try and beat an Olympian. A gold medal winning Olympian with hair as good as Xander Schauffele and a swing as good as Xander Schauffele?
Try this.
No, thank you. I'll leave this up to them.
Hey,
Yes, I'm
C-Dub,
just
how's it
looking through
going?
his list of weaknesses, and let me just list them off now.
Why did none of my chat come on?
Yep.
At that mug,
None.
I feel big
Good
round
luck to
coming
you.
in. Texas Rangers look like world. Did you know that Bruce Bochy never has lost a Game 7 and Dusty Baker has never won a Game 7? That's pretty cool. Did not know that.
Looks like they've got the 5-wood.
Shot.
This one can
Okay,
take a little bounce to the left.
Doing okay with chips.
Found the green side rough. Still,
See if that
not a bad spot.
continues. Oh,
That's a
pretty damn
high-quality
close. I'll
recovery
take
shot.
the birdie.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
Currently 1 under for the round.
Are you up for a
We know
round?
that Riviera starts with a 5-4, but it may as well be
If
a
you're up for a
4-5
round,
because
I'll
the
play
par 4
you instead of
second is tougher
playing
than the
my
par
career.
5 first.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right, back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green.
Yes.
It's a sensational second hole.
That one seemed to get
Damn.
away from them, Rich. Setting up in the bunker here.
Wow.
And here we are with their 4th. Oh, I thought that one was going in.
Oh, we're taking a
This
bogey.
is a bogey putt coming up. And
Back to even.
unfortunately dropping back to level with the card. Pacific Palisades in California, the site of Riviera, the 3rd hole, par 4. Elevated tee shot.
And a fairly generous fairway, a little bit more room out to the left than what players can see off the tee shot. Second shot is going to be downhill to a green that basically chases away from the player, going from the front portion of it all the way to the back. Difficult to get your second shot close here.
They've chosen to club down on this one.
That's a good-looking shot there. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Yeah, guys, he's looking at around 17 feet. He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Oh,
right
just
by the hole.
missed.
Just a tiny putt is
Okay.
all that remains.
Take par.
A spot in the top 10 on the line here if they can hold this. Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. So no movement there. The player remains at
Tied for
even par.
9th.
So many wonderful holes at the George Thomas designed Riviera Country Club. This par 3 fourth has to be one of them.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive
A bad
no-no.
shot.
Let's head over to the 5th. Xander Schauffele setting up his next shot.
And as they stand over this putt, it's for a share of third spot. It's got a chance. Oh, well
Go.
played. Well, that's a lovely way to make a move into the
There's a
top
birdie.
5. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. Penny, what have
Could
they
be
got in
worse.
front of them here?
Setting up this one, hitting into a downhill green. They might be taking a bit less club here.
Opting for the 6 iron.
Wow, did this come out beautifully?
Oh, well played. 12 feet to the cup coming up.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Oh, just missed. And this putt to move into second spot on the leaderboard, or at least a share of it. Hang on, this looks pretty handy. Oh, Rich, is there anything more disappointing
par.
setting up what you think is a makeable birdie putt, but unfortunately not able to convert?
Opportunity lost, and one they needed to take advantage of, sitting just 2 back of the lead.
And that finds him in a share of second.
The 6th hole here at Riviera is
Very unique, isn't it, Rich?
Who puts a bunker in the center of the green? No one else except for the folks at Riviera Country Club. I love this hole.
Not a bad approach. Grab the
Yeah, we
putter
got a
from
bit
the
of a
caddy.
putt here.
You're dancing.
Maybe I should have clubbed up a little bit.
John, what's going on out there?
Hey guys, we're checking in with Xander Schauffele as he gets set for his next shot here on the 7th.
A chance to move to a couple under the card with this putt.
Going both ways. Great putt.
Was on a good line. Oh, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. In she goes.
Not as hard.
Let's head to the next. Let's head to the par 4 7th at the Riv. Again, it's a par 4 that requires placement off the tee.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it, but again, you push it a little bit, and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
That's well played. Pin high. That's the mark of a ball striker. Trying to get to 2 under with this putt.
Now, with any luck, they can hold this and manage to leave Xander Schauffele
just
behind,
missed.
get some momentum here.
This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. That will work. Airman on the ground. John.
Not a
who's
fan
down
of
there?
these
What's
holes,
the
I can
news?
tell you that much.
Hey guys, we're checking in with Xander Schauffele as he gets set for his next shot here on the 8th.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. The par 4 8th at Riviera is a choose-your-own-adventure. Which fairway do you like to take?
I think most players are going to try and go down the left-hand side, as it seems to be the easier of the two these days. However, where they stick that flagstick, well, that's a different question. If they stick it up front right, the left-hand side of the fairway, that's not the easiest approach. So better be mindful of where that flagstick is in order to pick which side of the fairway you want to drive it down.
Look at these.
Yeah, good mid-range putt, this one, a 16-footer. Ouch, that hurts. Putting for par. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. The final hole on the outward half is a par 4 playing back up towards the clubhouse, Rich. It's a good par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me.
Take the par.
That's a good putt to make, that one. 9 holes down into this rivalry, Rich.
Two-shot back.
Their performance so far?
Luke, so far, so good against their rival, but let's face it, there's a lot of golf yet to be played. However, I'm thinking, as they say in the movie, are you not entertained?
Good idea or not? Nope.
Well, that's not ideal.
That was a bad idea.
Finding the trees. Eddie, that ball seems to be sitting
Could be
down.
worse.
Is it bad?
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the second cut. This is not sitting nicely.
It just went to worse, though.
A spot amongst the leaders here awaits if they can make this. Move inside the top 20.
And back to the play, shall we? Sitting at 1 under the card. Currently tied third, just a couple out of top spot. Wow, that almost went in the hole. Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par. And there it is.
Par again.
He's currently tied for third. The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
Okay, it's on the green.
But this player's really going after it here, Rich.
Absolutely. Love watching a player be bold and be rewarded for it.
Way more.
A bit long on that one. A chance to move to a couple under the card with this putt.
In there.
Ooh, nice putt to make for a birdie.
And that
Got a
will
birdie.
take him to 2 under.
Let's go.
John, give us an update. What's shaking?
Hey guys, we're checking in with Xander Schauffele as he gets set for his next shot here on the 12th.
And that makes him tied for first.
Tied for first now.
When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, ooh, a couple of strong back-to-back par 4s, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevent you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
An opportunity for a birdie here.
Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. Just 6 feet between he and the hole.
Nice little par putt here.
Yeah, nicely holed.
At -2, going along nicely today.
Rich, the 13th hole. Slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left. Requires a draw. Nothing else to do.
Okay,
You have to move
275.
this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going
Decent
to find
shot.
a barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
Putting for birdie here.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
Big
Oh,
par,
wonderful
though.
effort. Confirms the par.
John, give us a small
Come on.
update.
Hey guys, we're checking in with Xander Schauffele as he gets set for his next shot here on the 14th.
Currently a couple under for the round. The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Hit a 7-iron, a high little draw 7-iron, and 2 hop it right in the hole, Luke. That's what I suggest. That makes it easy.
That might be one club too many. And now intrepid on-course reporter. John
Maybe I
standing
should have
by.
went with
Hey guys, we're
what
checking in
the
with
caddy
Xander
said to
Schauffele as
use.
he gets set for his next shot here on the 15th.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Well, every week there's a certain bunch of players that everyone keeps an eye on. This one seems to be exactly in that company. One of the strong favourites to win, don't you think, Rich?
Without a doubt, the best player all around on tour in my mind's eye. It is no shock to see them contending for the lead once again.
The 15th, Rich, a very good par 4. Although, if you're Victor Hovland, maybe the fairway's not in your line of
Out
sight.
of that.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dog leg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight
In.
downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin.
-3.
If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17
finally got the
fairway,
lead
but
again.
I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
The 16th at Riviera, Rich, is the last chance to get amongst the birdies on a par 3.
A breathtaking short par 3, 166, an island green surrounded by bunkers.
They're in the bunker, looking for an up and down here. Ooh. Ha! Right at it from out of the bunker.
Putting for a par now.
It's looking solid.
Hard.
I like that kind of fight. That shows
I think
resilience.
we got a little lucky
And a
hitting that
nice,
flagpole.
tidy save from the greenside bunker. Nice par.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. The last genuine scoring hole at Riviera is certainly this par 5 17th.
Any hopes of getting it home in 2, you better come up with something special off the tee and make sure to avoid the bunker on the right-hand side.
That's not what they hoped for. I'm definite about that.
Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
Yeah, this is sitting up nicely. It's not going to cause any troubles.
Yikes.
Getting ready to play their third.
Currently in the lead by a shot.
It's a little wayward.
Can't fault him there. This rough is nasty. No fault in missing the green.
That's a touch of class.
Yes.
Par.
Very smooth tempo
For
there.
all
on
those
that
bad
chip.
shots, I will definitely
Now
take
leading
par.
by one shot. One of the most famous finishing holes on the PGA Tour, Rich. This 18th at Riviera is a classic.
Aim for the palm trees in the distance, which are located just on the left-hand side of the green. A good tee shot there will set up an awesome looking second.
going with the 8-iron here. Come on, look after us. Little bounce to the right here. Yeah, well played. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. That's frustrating. That signs off on this player's performance for the day. And Rich, as this round comes to an end, this player
we are the leader after one.
Absolutely loving the action this week.
No doubt, Luke. And even with the very slender
Let's get
lead
into
going
round
Luke,
number
I'm interested to
2.
see how well this player sleeps tonight.
Unless C-Dub, you want to have a game. Still here. Wait and see if C-Dub wants to have a game. If he does, then we'll definitely put in. We'll just continue for the time being. Wants to jump in and have a game, then.
Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Here we are at the Genesis Invitational, one of the top events each year on the schedule. Today's coverage is about to start.
Major win.
Pleased you could join us for this second round action. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam. And Rich, this player starts their round in the lead. What's the game plan for them today?
This player just needs to keep going out and just staying as relaxed as they have been. And don't take unnecessary chances. Just keep it simple. Find some fairways, find some greens, hole a few putts if you will, and see where it lands at the end of the day.
I'm looking forward to today, that's for sure. Good shot there, Beamer. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This is downhill. Can't be too bold.
A chance to make a birdie just slides by.
Big par.
And now that finds him in first place. Now on the tee of a long par 4.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right, back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
And there's highlights of plenty out there on the golf course. Let's take a look at this incredible shot. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. This putt about 11 feet in distance.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Ooh, just
so
missed.
Close. Currently at 3 under for the event.
Okay, tied for the lead now.
Par 4. Oh, that was pure. Time for the second shot into the third. That was a bit of a miscue.
Hey.
Missing it short there, they will definitely be upset.
Oh, almost went in. Big par saver coming up for this fella. Just didn't drop.
All right,
And
bogey.
down it goes. Let's head to the next.
Not what we wanted.
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And a little slide down the leaderboard happening. Make sure you respond quickly.
All right.
Teeing off here at the 4th.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. Well, that's a bit disappointing. Good chance this one, right on 6 feet. It's on a good line.
And this
Is that a rush of blood? And this next putt, it's for bogey. Ooh, nice line.
Big bogey, I guess.
For the bogey.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
Quite often the hardest hole in golf, a long par 4.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green
bad shot
that
to
chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
Odd.
Playing their 4th shot. 3 shots off the lead. And just about 8 feet left to the hole. Whoa. This putt here for double bogey. Make sure you make this one.
It's that one too.
We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Care what
And
my
after
rivals.
that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage.
+1 now.
A chance here to erase the double on the last and focus on hitting a great tee shot.
What an incredible design this is, and it really just takes this green and it makes it into a section of 4. The back right, front left, and back left, they all have their unique features to it, and that all is due to the simple fact that that bunker, which is tiny, minuscule, almost not even there, it basically shapes that green into the 4 quadrants. It is just an amazing design.
Oh, wonderfully played.
Get
chip
another
shot.
bogey here.
Oh, Dr. Chapinski strikes again.
Not my course.
Yeah, you'll take that. Now 6 strokes back after that hole.
+2.
And a par 4 awaits at this next hole.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it, but again, you push it a little bit, and now the Barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
And a par putt awaits him. Nice little putt to hole, that one.
Ooh-wee.
Now heading over to
Almost missed.
Xander Schauffele.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Let's take a look at the current standings. Our current leader is
+2.
enjoying a 1-shot lead.
+10
And
is
now
the
we find
cut.
ourselves with a par 4 here. And let's have a look at Tony Finau from earlier.
He's a sharp shooter from short range, isn't he?
Let's return to live play now. Taking aim from about 170 yards.
Wind moving the golf ball left to right.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Needs this one to kick right. Now that looked pretty good the whole way. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Setting up this putt 25 feet from the cup.
Ooh, right by the hole.
Putting for a par here.
Big par.
No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player.
Next up is this par 4 hole.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
This would be a great par putt if he can make this. Oh, just missed. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole.
And there it is.
Bogey again.
And as we turn for home, Rich, always a good chance to reflect on the halfway stage of this round.
Well, it's been great watching this player get the best of their rival, but still a long way to go until the end of this tournament. Let's see how it shakes out.
Second shot here at the 10th. And here we are with the third shot. Ooh, that almost went down.
A par putt on the table.
Ooh, that looks like a pure stroke.
Okay, we get par.
Looking at a
Missing a
par
bunch of
5
chips.
here.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
Not sure if this
Don't
one will
wait
stay
for
on
the
the short
bunker.
grass. 3 over par, just outside the top 20.
We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And back to the course with the live action. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Can't be too aggressive here. Take your medicine and move on. This is down the hill.
Yes, they've made it.
Got a birdie.
Now 4 back after that hole. And now teeing off on this par 4 hole.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevent you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down.
Okay, steady now.
And that should secure the
Got
par
better
on this
par.
one. Now heading over to
Wasn't
Xander
bad.
Schauffele.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's
Could've been
see
worse.
what happens here.
And now we can take a look at how that
Could've been
play
way
affects the
worse.
leaderboard. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard.
Let's see what happens here at the 13th.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left, requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. If you find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
Well, an important part here in terms of the tournament. A chance to move inside the top 10. Ouch, that hurts.
Missed.
An opportunity to make their par.
Big
Well,
par.
good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant. Let's see what happens here at the 14th.
Luke, this is a very simple hole in my mind, but for the mere mortals who are playing this game, it can be difficult because this green is not deep, but it's certainly wide, and it does tilt from right to left at a pretty good clip. Historically, it's not the easiest par 3 on this golf course, but for me, I think different.
Here's Xander Schauffele.
All right, hole this for a birdie, please.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Setting up this putt 10 feet from the cup.
Let's go.
Oh, how about that one? And
Needed
what a
that.
way to jump into the
Plus
top 10.
one.
Trailing by a few shots after that hole. Well, let's get amongst this 15th hole.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
It's got a chance.
There we go.
The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies.
2 in a row there, Luke, getting their groove on.
Even.
So after that hole, he's now up to even with the card.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Opting for the 9-iron. This one
Need to
looks
go
to be
more.
bunker bound, Rich. Not good. This would be a great up and down. Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. This putt is of 9 feet.
This is what they have left for par here.
Hey, nice looking line.
Par.
And the putt goes down. A nice display of resilience in the end.
In the bunker with their tee shot, and that is a very good save.
Well, here we go, Rich. We're at the penultimate hole, the 17th.
At all costs, do not hit it in that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. Anywhere to the left, even in the rough left, is just fine. From there, your next shot should be laid up out to the right-hand side. Third shot, straight back up the hill with some kind of wedge. It
Try
can be
this.
an easy birdie if you get the distance on your third shot spot on. If you get it wrong, however, you could have some issues.
Well, I know that we're in the booth and not right up close to it, but it doesn't take a smart person to work out that's not a nice lie. Time now for the
I'm
4th
catching a
shot.
win.
He's 2 shots back.
Gotta
Playing
be
their 5th
kidding
shot.
me.
Just a couple back from our leader.
What's in front of them, Henny?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
Was on a good line. Oh dear, this next putt now for double bogey.
Double bogey.
We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Sitting at 2 over for the event. This hole is a par 4, and it's a pretty lengthy one at that.
Tee shot up the hill, fairway tilts significantly from left to right. Missing it out to the right is a massive no-no. You'll be blocked out by a bunch of eucalyptus trees that you cannot hit it through. Second shot is to a green that actually tilts away from the players, not towards them, even though the second shot is uphill. Green is historically one of the firmest on the golf course, and getting it close is nearly impossible. It is a heck of a finishing hole.
That's a nice shot. Gameplay
was tricky
boy,
with that
thank you
wind.
so
Great
much
shot there.
for the alert. Hopefully you're
This
having a
one
good
just
night.
outside 7 feet to the hole. Round now in the books. Good luck next time.
And we end off with a birdie, +1 through 2.
So
Got a
2
4th place
rounds in the
finish
books,
earlier,
Rich.
sorry,
Not
3rd
a bad
place
all day's
finish
work, I think.
earlier, and now we're tied for
Only
9th.
2 more to go. Looking forward to seeing what happens over the final 36.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich Beam, Thanks for tuning in. Catch
Okay,
you
before
tomorrow.
we start the next 2 rounds, I'm going to take a short break. I'll be right back. All right, let's get this going.
.2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
We're at the Genesis Invitational.
All right,
Today's
let's go.
coverage is just about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this third
Ah,
round
a good
action.
start.
I'm
Not
Lee
bad
Velvey
though.
with my mate Rich Beam in the booth. And Beamer, this player really hasn't been getting it going in this tournament, finds himself trailing the lead. What are your expectations of them today?
Well, certainly they're stuck in second gear out there, aren't they? They just make a birdie or two and then they give it back with a bogey. So they need to quit making mistakes. They need to go ahead and start putting this thing in third and fourth gear and start cruising down the highway a little bit quicker, because right now they're trailing. They can't afford to give any more back.
Can't wait to get into the action. Very excited to see how this player fares today.
That actually worked out well.
This
I didn't
putt
think it was
about
going
6
to.
feet coming up. And that's for birdie. Well
Hey,
holed.
good start.
Can't birdie them all unless you birdie the first, Luke. Good start.
He's in a share of 5th position. Setting up now on a par 4.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right, back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Setting up this putt 19 feet from the cup. Little birdie look in here.
Let's
That's
go.
a lovely stroke. Had eyes for the hole way.
Back-to-back
That's
birdies.
a momentum maker, isn't it?
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
Here we are at the third. This looks to be a fairway seeker to me.
Okay, it hits the fairway. That's slow.
That's a shame. Had a chance to hit the green, but couldn't quite get there.
Not taking enough club to get it there.
And if this can go down, he'll save par.
Well, the good thing about making bogeys is it gives you a chance to bounce back at the next. And that's going
Okay,
to
with
put him up
bogey,
to
we're back to
par.
even.
And moving down the leaderboard as well.
Let's see what happens here on the 4th.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive
Oh, no.
no-no.
Come on, let's make this putt. It's for a share of 4.
All right, we'll take par.
So no movement on the leaderboard, remaining at even overall.
Got a lucky bounce.
Playing from around 150 yards here.
Just 3 strokes back.
Going with the pitching wedge here. That got caught up in a few of the branches. And here we are with their 4. Only a few shots off the pace.
That one's headed right and staying right.
That's the shot we
That's
wanted
well
last
played.
time.
Anything on the green from there was fine.
And he's down there. You got to read.
The perfect leave. Uphill can be firm.
Oh, so close. Well, that's disappointing. This putt's for double. The leader
They're
now
falling
has
down
a
the
one-stroke
15th
advantage. And coming off a double bogey, you'd imagine their heads down a bit. Time to just clear that from the mind.
What an incredible design this is. And it really just takes this green and it makes it into a section of 4. The back right, front left, and back left, they all have their unique features to it, and that all is due to the simple fact that that bunker, which is tiny, minuscule,
can't be
almost
missing
not even there,
putts right now.
it basically shapes that green into the 4 quadrants. It is just an amazing design.
Let's see what happens here on the 7th.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it, but again, you push it a little bit, and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
6 feet remaining to the cup.
An important par save.
That's well holed.
Take it.
Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. Just a couple to play here on the opening 9. Here's the tee shot at the 8th. This one from about 160 yards out. 5 shots off the lead. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. This one's heading left, I think. Getting ready to play their 3rd. 5 strokes behind our leader. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Setting up this putt 14 feet from the cup.
That was a gallant attempt.
Putting for bogey here.
He finds himself in a share of 15th position. Time to see what this par 4 has in store.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it.
I just went like
fairway
right
out to
for
the
it.
right-hand
Luckily for
side,
that
which is
wind.
not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that's a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. That wasn't your best effort, was it? This putt of about 7 feet to the hole. Good putt, that.
Big par.
Sitting at 3 over for the event. Well, let's get stuck into the 10th hole, shall we?
No, not at all. And what a hole it is. It's changed a lot over the years. This green is actually reminds me of something you would see at Pinehurst. There's no flat spots on it. It either is downhill or uphill. That's it. Players most likely will take driver or fairway wood and try and leave themselves just on the front left
try to be
portion of the
greedy and
screen.
go
That's the
for
most ideal spot they can hit it, no matter where they put the flag stick. However, hitting it there is nearly impossible. A keen short game is absolute necessity to make birdie here.
No green in red, but a chance to save their par. If he makes this, he'll save his par. They've held it. That's very gutsy.
In trouble off the tee in that fairway bunker with that putt, saves the par. Well done.
That's an awful error.
Time for the second shot at the 11th.
Luke, that's a swing only a mother could love.
Sitting at 3 over. Going with the 7. Playing their 4th shot. Five feet coming up to the cup.
No
Just
way.
didn't drop.
Putting now for a bogey.
And the putt drops, and we're moving on. Now teeing off on the 12th hole.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevents you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
They're a long
Yep.
way from the hole here. Work to be done.
This is what they have left for par.
No, that's too bad. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. Game's
Not a
just getting a
bogey.
little out of shape by the looks of it.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if they can rebound
Tied for
from that.
25th now.
This hole is a long par 4.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left. Requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is
Bounce
all
off
the way back left
side of
in
the
this
hill.
little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the Barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
Nice soft hands around the green. What a skill to have.
Love watching this player around the greens.
Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead.
It's time
I
to
like
tee off here at the
cheese. How's it
14th hole.
going?
Hit a 7-iron, a high little draw 7-iron, and 2 hop it right in the hole, Luke. That's what I suggest. That makes it easy.
Sand.
Not sure if that's how they drew it up.
And another missed green in regulation. My, oh my, this has been a long day.
It's on the green, but still a fair way away from the flag.
A chance to save the par if you can make this one.
Oh,
Just hammered that through the line. And that's for a bogey.
we're +6.
Moving down the leaderboard after that hole. Time to hit a good one here at the 15th.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
An opportunity to make a par here. Nice putt to make that one. Give yourselves a pat on the back.
Par.
Now at 6 over for the event.
Tied for
Trying
27th
to play one of
place.
the one-shotters.
It's an island green, if you can believe that. It's surrounded by bunkers. I think this is another one of the all-time great designs. It's only about 160 yards, Luke, but the whole green is surrounded by bunkers. Everything feeds towards the center and the front of this green once it gets on there. I just think this is a magnificent design. If you hit it in any one of those bunkers, making a par will be nearly impossible.
The leader
nice
now
putt.
has a
Plus
one-stroke
5.
advantage. And after a birdie at the last, they take the honor on the hole.
At all costs, do not hit it in that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. Anywhere to the left, even in the rough left, is just fine. From there, your next shot should be laid up out to the right-hand side. Third shot, straight back up the hill with some kind of wedge. It can be an easy birdie if you get the distance on your third shot spot on. If you get it wrong, however, you could have some issues.
And here we are with the third shot. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
All right, down the hill here. Got to be gentle.
Ooh. Big putt for par coming up. This one started out on a good line.
Oh.
Well, that'll maintain the momentum. Nice par putt. So no
Tied
change
for
on the leaderboard for this
24th.
player after that hole. Let's head to the final hole of this round.
Tee shot up the hill. Fairway tilts significantly from left to right. Missing it out to the right is a massive no-no. You'll be blocked out by a bunch of eucalyptus trees that you cannot hit it through. Second shot is to a green that actually tilts away from the players, not towards them, even though the second shot is uphill. Green is historically one of the firmest on the golf course, and getting it close is nearly impossible. It is a heck of a finishing hole.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
How frustrating. Maybe you can chip it back close and limit the damage. Like that. Always good when you've got hands like that around the green.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
We're at the great stage of this tour.
Tied
Rich,
for
just a round to play.
27.
Yes, and it should be a doozy. Looking forward to it.
Okay, we got one
On
more
behalf of myself,
round in us, and
Rich
then that's going to be it for the night. Make this one a good one. Then we'll go raid someone. Don't think I have enough people on Kick to raid. One person on Kick. One person.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Here we are at the Genesis Invitational, one of the top events each year on the schedule. Today's coverage is about to start.
Got some win today.
Pleased you could join us for this final round action. I'm Luke Elvey, here alongside Rich Beam. And Rich, as this next golfer begins the day, what are you thinking about their chances?
Right now, he has not got the victory secured, but a good final round here could see him into the winner's circle.
Big day coming up. Can't wait to see how it unfolds, Rich. This should be an absolute beauty. Well, there's the line, the greenside bunker. Can they get this one up and down? What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This one's 13 feet from the cup. This is important. Big par putt here.
Ooh, right by the hole.
Making a
Yep,
bogey
that's
to start
disappointing.
off.
Getting underway over par. That
Not
never
good.
helped.
Just the
Not
thing they
ideal.
didn't want to have happen. An opening bogey. Hopefully that does not set the tone for the rest of the day.
Oh, great swing there.
Great swing that ends up in the
That's on
sand.
the beach. Oh, absolutely flushed. Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. That's frustrating.
Just off by a little bit.
And that should secure the par on this one. England's Justin Rose finds himself
Tied for
back on top of the
29th
leaderboard.
point.
Let's see what happens here at the third hole.
Oh, that was flushed. Henny, what's the player facing here?
I can see the 125-yard marker just nearby.
This looks to be hit pretty well from where I'm standing.
Wow, that took off.
Getting ready to play their third.
Okay.
And he needs this to save par. Looking good.
Par putt.
That's a good putt for par. You'll take it.
Justin Rose currently
+7,
sitting in
tied
top
for
spot on the
27.
leaderboard.
It's time for a one-shotter.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
This one's for birdie. That'll sting a bit.
Okay, we got it.
Holes behind us.
Not
Water
par
play.
anyway.
We've arrived at a par 4 hole.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
Didn't quite get the approach close enough, so a long putt in front of them.
Get in the
Ouch,
hole.
that hurts.
Oh,
And
so
this
close.
one is for his par. Sitting
Take
at
the
7
par.
over for the event.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
Going with the 5-wood. That's out to the right for sure. They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par. And here we are with the third shot.
We get freaking at least a
Looks
bogey
like a
here.
pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. Was on a good line.
A double bogey.
This putt is for double bogey.
Tied
Currently
for
at
30th.
+9 for the event. Welcome to the tee of a par 4.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players
in the
want to try and hit it
fucking
out
fan. Like, how
towards the
far
far
do I have
right
to
part of
go?
it. But again, you push it a little bit, and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here.
Not sure if they read that the way they were expecting.
Wanted to get
it's
it
not a
up to
good
the hole,
hole.
but was just unable to up that slope.
Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. We've reached the 8th hole.
Lovely, lovely ring.
And Henny, what's he looking at here?
They're setting up this next shot into quite an elevated green, Luke.
Looks to be going with a hybrid here. Lovely effort that. This putt right on 12 feet to the hole.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Oh, so close. That was a sensational approach, Rich, but you've got to feel like an opportunity was lost. This hole's a tough two-shotter, a long par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
Getting ready to play their third. Well, a lovely opportunity to save par here. Oh, just missed. That's disappointing.
Don't show me this again. I don't need to see that terrible putt.
A bogey putt awaits. And that putt will drop. Well done. We've reached the beginning of the back 9, the 10th.
No, not at all. And what a hole it is. It's changed a lot over the years. This green is actually reminds me of something you would see at Pinehurst. There's no flat spots on it. It either is downhill or uphill. That's it. Players most likely will take driver or fairway wood and try and leave themselves just on the front left portion of this green. That's the most ideal spot they can hit it, no matter where they put the flagstick. However, hitting it there is nearly impossible. A keen short game is absolute necessity.
At this point, I don't really care about the rest of this tournament.
Justin Rose currently leads this tournament. And now on the tee, coming off a bogey, trying to reclaim some momentum.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
And the birdie with big wings on the table here if they can make this one. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it?
Big birdie.
And he'll be proud of that one. Good way to bounce back from the bogey at the last. Here we find ourselves on the tee of a par 4.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevent you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
This is a 12-footer here. Gotta try and save the par here.
Okay, steady now. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. There he is, the Olympic gold medalist Justin Rose on top here in this tournament.
Luke, I think the player just went into traction with that swing.
Yeah, this lies pretty deep here. Opting for the 5-wood. That's it, it's okay. And here we are with the third shot. Time now for the fourth shot. Didn't that look good for a long time? This putt is about 10 feet from the hole. That was a gallant attempt. A double bogey putt in front of them. Job done. Let's head to the next.
Plus 15.
And as we head to the next, it's Justin Rose on top. Let's begin the 14th.
Luke, it's a very simple hole in my mind, but for the mere mortals who are playing this game, it can be difficult because this green is not deep, but it's certainly wide, and it does tilt from right to left at a pretty good clip.
Win? Like, where are you?
It's not the easiest par 3 on this golf course, but for me, I think different.
What an opportunity to make a birdie.
This has a real chance.
Boom!
Yes! What a putt.
Let's
Moments
go.
like that deserve another viewing. Let's take a look at the replay.
66
I need to see this again
foot
because I still can't believe they hold that.
Oh. One bright
England's
spot in this
Justin
tournament.
Rose finds himself back on top of the leaderboard. Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
This is a par putt.
Big par.
The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. Teeing off here on the 16th hole.
It's an island green, if you can believe that. It's surrounded by bunkers. I think this is another one of the all-time great designs. It's only about 160 yards, Luke, but the whole green is surrounded by bunkers. Everything feeds towards the center and the front of this green once it gets on there. I just think this is a magnificent design. If you hit it in any one of those bunkers, making a par will be nearly impossible.
Okay, let's head to the next. And that's a little disappointing, dropping some spots on the leaderboard.
That swing reminded me of smooth jazz. Great rhythm.
Second shot here on the 17th. This one might roll into the rough. Getting ready to play their third. Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
Luke, I gotta say, I don't like their chances. I have been wrong once before, but I really can't remember when that was.
Yeah, you like the look of that.
Then the
right off
tournament on a high.
Some lovely momentum for this player, moving up the leaderboard. Now take the stroll to the final tee of this round.
Tee shot up the hill. Fairway tilts significantly from left to right. Missing it out to the right is a massive no-no. You'll be blocked out by a bunch of eucalyptus trees that you cannot hit it through. Second shot is to a green that actually tilts away from the players, not towards them, even though the second shot is uphill. Green is historically one of the firmest on the golf course, and getting it close is nearly impossible. It is a heck of a finishing hole.
This putt coming up is for birdie. And
Let's
that
go.
will do it. His work is done here.
Finished the tournament with a birdie, plus 13. Not the greatest tournament, but...
And Henny, in the end, there's no win for this player in the event, but they did
did
set
beat
a goal
our rival.
and accomplish it by performing
Tied
better
for
than the
39.
great Xander Schauffele.
Minus
That's a
8
stunning
was
result.
the winner.
Absolutely stunning. Yes, Luke, this player now seems a bit prophetic. They challenged Xander Schauffele leading up to this event and beat him. These smaller successes are definitely going to build up to something spectacular. And I think it's just a matter of time at this point. We're looking at greatness here.
Move down 2 spots in the
Well,
FedEx
that's all
Cup.
we've got time for today. On behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Beam, Henny Koyak and John McCarthy, plus all the hard-working folks behind the action at
Those
2K
actually
Sports.
were worse-
Thanks for
worse
tuning in.
days.
Look forward to your company next
Not
time.
good. That was a bad day. CBG, thank you so much for the host. For those who do not know who I am Ricer09. We play a variety of sports games, and we play some Starfield and some Call of Duty. We're both on Twitch and Kick tonight. CBG caught me just as I was ending myself. So we will find someone to raid over on Kick. But thank you so much for the host thinking of me. We'll be back tomorrow night with probably some more golf. And we're gonna send you guys to... Who wanted playing PGA? Ranked. We're gonna send you to Papa Tot. PGA, we did pretty good in the very first tournament that we played. We got 4th place, and then this tournament we did not do so hot. Got 30th, I think it was. Schedule. Sorry, we got 3rd. We got 3rd place in the Phoenix Open, and then tied for 39th in the Invitational. Why is his name not coming? Oh. Papa. Yeah, Papa Pot's playing PGA, so we're gonna go over there. Thank you guys so much again for stopping by, and I will see you guys tomorrow for more golf. And guys on Twitch side of things, let's see where we're gonna send you guys. And we're playing golf. Nope, but we're gonna send you guys over to an NHL streamer on the Twitch side of things. We're gonna send you over to Brad's Ghost. They're playing NHL 24. I think they're playing clubs. Like I said, I'll see you guys same time, 7 o'clock Mountain Time, 9 o'clock Eastern for more golf. See you guys tomorrow.